Why, hello. My name is William Tressler, the guitarist of bands such as Animosity, The Last Supper, O.F.L, DK, a whole slew of underappreciated original music throughout the years. And I'm kind of getting back in touch with my friends in the Oliver Magnum band and their attachments. And God, I miss the shit out of those guys. I've got some very, very, very funny Oliver Magnum tour stories. Stories that possibly could, render certain untarnished reputations damaged, rule political affiliations, and, maybe get you deported for all I know. Some of the things that were going on that I saw, that I was involved in. I was minor. See, when we went on tour with Oliver Magnum, our mini LP, Get Off My Back, just came out. So you're talking about like 89. I'm 89. I was 19. Pete was like 18. And, we were the young ones of the band. And, of course, we're playing mostly bars with Oliver Magnum. Howard, you're a genius. But we're playing mostly bars. And we'd have to go in the various states that we had to play in a bar. We would, Pete and I would have to go and get work permits and really, really strict agreements about, not drinking, being minors in an alcoholic serving establishment. And I just love the guys in Oliver Magnum because, well, once they got the manager or the owner of the club all fucked up and passed out in the office or sent home, man, then, they would come, they're like, Bail, Pete, this is like Dan, Bail, Pete, you guys get out of that little monkey room that they set you up in and come on up to the stage, we're getting ready to play. So, fuck yeah, we were out there, man, because we were the biggest Guided fans. They're my heroes, man. And so, at that point, Pete and I became, our official functions became the, intermediaries for Oliver Magnum in the bar. They would order drinks from the microphone. They'd be like, I need 2 pitchers of beer, 4 shots of Jägermeister, and a pink grasshopper on the rocks with a twist of lime. And then so, the waitress would come around and they'd give it to them. And then Dan, like, in between songs, he would, like, yell at me, or during a song, he'd yell at me, like, Bill, hand me that pitcher of beer, but drink half of it first. Well, alrighty then, if you insist, and my favorite Dan Kurtz story. Oh, there's so many of them, but my favorite Dan Kurtz story was, we were in Dallas, hanging out, hotter than shit, man. I mean, and Oliver Magnum just attracted fucking women. It was crazy. And, having been the ugliest person in my bands, but, you don't get, that thing doesn't come too easily for you. But so, Pete and I are hanging out, talking to Monty, and Monty's got a couple of really, really hot strippers down on his arm, just fawning over him. And he goes, Jezebel, show Animosity boys your tits. She lifted her down. We were like, oh, thank you. We've been trying to sneak looks down your blouse this entire time, and now we don't have to keep up the facade. Okay, so we're in our little motel room, and we can only afford one a night, so that means people are fucking sleeping on the floors, in the bathrooms, in the vans, and you don't want to do that touring South Texas during the fucking summer months, which we did, but so we're hanging out, getting all tooled up at our hotel, and Dan comes over, and, we're hanging out with our at the time he was our merchandise dude, D. Selby. He went on to become a bass player in a really good band and stuff. But at the time, he was just a little beanpole D merchandise guy. So Dan comes over and he goes, "Hey, D, we got a little bit of extra room at the motel over on, and why don't you come over? I'll share you the bed with you if you want." And D got this look of like, I don't know. Should I? And with Dan, it was questionable, And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about none, D. I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to touch you. I might sperm on your butt, but I ain't going to touch. No, D. I'm just kidding. When I sperm, it's usually on my belly, and then I wipe it off on the comforter. So come on, D. Let's go. We got some stuff, and you can have some chicken. We got some chicken over there too." And I was like, "Wow, sperm on the butt, chicken, D. You can't die in bed." If I were, considered attractive to anyone, I would have taken him up on that. I would have taken a bed for sperm on the butt and some chicken any day, and maybe not even, chicken. So D leaves with Dan with this look on his face like he was going off to have his innocence forever tarnished, and who knows, he just may have. Those were the coolest guys in the world. Oliver Magnum are my heroes. Thank you guys for as kind and patient and cool and fucking just enlightening as you guys were. It was like traveling around with fucking wizened professors of fucking power metal rock stardom fucking live performance 101, man. You're dealing with the goddamn tenured professors of fucking shred, you know, man. And I was fucking, you know, a 19-year-old kid thinking I was fucking cooler and shit. I could play my little fast shit. And then we found out what it was like playing with a real band, what a real touring band does, what they sound like, what their lifestyle is. I learned something on every single one of them. And members of the band, their crew, fucking Danny Benson, their fucking merchandise dude, Howard especially, Greg, their main road manager or something like that. Man, I learned something from every one of them. One of the things I learned though is, you know, don't go too close to Dan because when he's holding court, he had this tendency to just pull out his tallywhacker and just start, you know, squeezing it or rubbing around, maybe, you know, working out one of those little twirls things with it, just to put it back, you know. I was sitting there, our first night was well, it was our second night of the tour. We played one night in Colorado Springs, and then we went and met Oliver Magnum at Enid, Oklahoma for the beginning of our little tour that we did with them. And, of course, you know, the show we had was, it was beautiful. It was held in an Enid, Oklahoma roller rink that they requisitioned for the show. Hundreds of fucking kids were there, just sweaty, massive, fucking all into fucking Oliver Magnum worship. It was a kick-ass fucking crowd. You could tell that they're all like-minded types like that. And we had a pretty good night. Oliver Magnum shredded shit. We're hanging out in the back. You know, I'm hanging out in the parking lot with Wendy and Wendy Perlstein. And, you know, I walk up and she's talking to Dan. They're just rapping. And I sit there and I listen for a minute. And then for no reason at all, Dan, like, reaches down, he pulls out his dick and starts, like I guess, trying to, like, pull it out from its hiding or something like that. And Wendy gets this shocked look and looks away. Kind of looks at me like, oh, he's doing it. I'm like, and I just went, oh, shall I leave you two lovebirds alone, little l'amour? No. And so walked away. So then, all right, check it out. It's even funnier, man. I guess at the time, Dan's girlfriend was passed out drunk in her car in the back seat, and he's like, anybody want to fuck her? I'll let you know, $5. Buy me a drink, and I'll let you fuck my wife. Fuck my girlfriend. And we were like, no, that's okay, Dan, and that's fine. I don't even really want to poke her with a stick or anything. And I guess what he ended up doing that night, this is hilarious. He ended up taking his passed out drunk girlfriend to his mom's house, who was also passed out drunk. And he stripped them both and put them in the same bed together so they would wake up naked wondering, oh my God, did we just, you know, go clam diving for the night? I heard that. It fucking killed me, man. Dan, man, he was the one that I dealt with a lot because he was just so funny and so cool. And Jesus Christ, holding court with him, it was just hilarious. It was, Monty was just the god. I mean, you would go up and I would go up and I'd watch him play. And I mean, it was like watching fucking Randy Rhoads, you know, you would just become hypnotized by the shit. And we learned the fine art of spit dancing on stage from Monty. Kurt was just the most incredible metronome. Never fucked up. I never heard that dude fuck up. And if he did kind of fuck up, it was just in the process of him, like, you know, taking a drink or something, and he just grabbed the stick that he threw or something. And at that tour, their singer was Jimmy, and I didn't really hang out much with Jimmy. He was kind of more of a rock star, but he was a really good vocalist. I remember he used to just annoy the shit out of Hale during sound check because he would do the national anthem. He'd be like, oh, say, can you see? And I was like, see, Hale, all you do is say chesting, 1, 2, chesting. But man, every single aspect of that band was a learning experience, a fantastic learning experience. Oliver Magnum, still one of my favorite bands in the world. I listen to Drive By still to this day. I turned my kid onto it. My kid is 11 years old now. I turned him onto it a couple years ago, and he fell in love with Words of Peace, because how can you not like that song? And I taught him it. He learned it. He learned at least the and he figured this out himself. He figured this shit out himself, but yeah, man, I just want to say to Oliver Magnum, love you guys, man. I would suck your dick for less than a cheeseburger, man. No, I'd jerk you off all over yourselves for a fucking merchandise trading fucking line, because I need some Oliver Magnum merch. The last merch I had from you guys, I had those long sweatpants, the Oliver Magnum logo down the one leg, and the shirt I was given was their Clap on Tap, their limited edition Oliver Magnum Clap on Tap, and it said, I'm a dirty old man and I'll do anything for $1. And with Dan Kurtz, you could believe that. It was Okay, so we're at the after party at Enid. After we stop congregating and maybe considering sexually violating his passed out girlfriend in the car, he's like, well, come on over to our band house. We're gonna have a little party over there and get together and get all fucked up. And like, well, okay, woo. So we do. And so I'm fucked up. I'm 8 shades of fucked up, man. I'm walking around, and I pass one of these little rooms in the Oliver Magnum practice house, and I look at, and I could see Dan sitting there by the door with his back to where I could see him, and there was like 15, 20 people just sitting around, hinging on his every word, and then I peeked in a little bit more focus, and he had his dick in his hand, and he's flicking it. And then he'd say something and they'd all laugh and he'd go back to flicking his dick. And I'm like, so this is all part of his retinue, huh? I mean, hey, whatever, keeps it going. I can't say I haven't played with mine a time or two. And I don't know why I don't do that a lot, but if I had a baby, it would look just like me. So this is the first in a series of Oliver Magnum memories, tour memories that I have only now resurfaced now that I've had time to seek productive therapy through the usage and hard usage of illegal drugs throughout the years. I medicate myself regularly, and it's working fine. So here it is. Monty, this one's for you for letting us see that girl's titties in Dallas. I'm giving you mine now. Look at that. I'll get that fucker boobing for you. All right, man. Love you. Oliver Magnum rules.